Sorry. Now, while designing supply chain, we have to see all the components of the supply chain are to be decided. So it starts from basically deciding the strategic decisions of the supply chain. So deciding the locations of the supply chain, then transportations, then the locations for manufacturing, locations for warehouses, then locations for distribution centers. So all these decisions now they will be coming in the supply chain design. Now, in order to design the supply chains, we should take the decision which will optimize our cost as well as optimize the the resources. Okay. Okay, let it be in this mode because again, different of laptop are different. So whenever we are talking about designing of supply chain, the major thing is it starts from the strategic decisions. It starts from designing the locations, which is the first thing. And then you will start the network for supply chains. As far as the supply chain design is concerned, it is more concerned with the network, it is more concerned with the transportation, and it is more concerned with the design of the location strategic decisions so that our overall transportation cost can be minimum or it can be optimized. The first thing of the supply chain is, as we have discussed about the location, is that now there are some models, mathematical models, which can help us to decide how these locations can be decided. We usually do the geometrical distance mapping. We do that, and then based on that, we use some statistical rules so that our total cost can be optimized.
Hello, sir.
Another thing, yes.
So, can you please be a bit louder?
Is it okay now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, these are the roles of distribution center. Another thing of the designing of the supply chain, that how this distribution will be decided. Now, this we have discussed on distribution refers to the steps to move and store a product from a supply state to customer. So this will be the designing of the network which will get the materials towards the organization, within the organization, and outside the organization. So this is another part of designing the supply chain. So this we have discussed earlier, so I'm not focusing much on that. Now this is the
Sir,
traditional way of supply chain.
so you have not shared the screen.
Sorry. The problem whenever we are in online and offline and mixed mode. Is it visible online?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the traditional supply chain, where we have suppliers and we have different plants and we have distribution centers and then we have retailers. and then there will be customer. So whenever we are saying that supply chain design, the first most important component of the supply chain is to design the so first of all, now it comes now with these locations. What are these locations? Optimization of these locations. Now, where will be this plant? This is strategy we have discussed. As we know that now there are different distribution centers or there are different retailers and suppliers, and the material now can come and to any customer. Then we have to see that how this food can be optimized. The another requirement for designing supply chain is transportation per goods now will be minimum. So that for that now we need some of the method. So that now which will be helping for not only optimizing the distance but also to reduce the cost. Now this is the world's most profitable company like Walmart and some in Japan. So these are the two famous of FMCG products are concerned. Walmart we have discussed is again a store which is selling mixed products only for the complex supply chain because we have fixed the requirement of the materials, we have fixed suppliers, and the range of products is very vast and so in the getting materials. If we are thinking about on the contrary, some number of items, and so the benefit you on some you organizations like whether you consider Walmart or some distribution design and operation. So these are the best examples of supply chain design where the total costs are optimized, whether it is transportation costs or whether it is functional costs. And that is why now this design of required for receiving the orders will be very short in case of Amazon. While in case if you consider the Dell supply chain, where customers were coming and they were looking for the availability of different components, which can be combined together when they have combined mix and match strategy. So, or if you go to the hotel, then also waiting time is more. You cannot expect that customer will come to hotel and then he will be going to the menu card or will be talking to the shape or maybe the waiters and he deciding that what are the dishes for order. He will be again discussing with the accompanying neighbors and they will be doing order. So the time response time in that case will be more. If you consider other supply chains like big supply chains or automobile supply chains or your industrial supply chains, then in that case also the response time will be more. So this is the one thing which we have to consider whenever we will be designing our supply chain. Another thing which is required is that product variety. How much is the variability? Number of different products that are offered by the distribution network are very high, then obviously you will need supply chains uh, which will be able to combine the in-transit merges, which will be able to give the display of all these materials, and so this is another parameter. Another one is the product availability. What is the availability? Whether it is easily available or it is at the cost of some time waiting to be getting order. So that is the third thing. Then there is the customer experience, which includes the ease with which the customers can place and receive the order. So then the next part, which is required, is time to market, which is time to bring a new product to the market. So this is again, this depends upon what is the product life cycle or what is the product life of any particular product. So that is the time to market. Like in case of mobiles, we have seen it is 3 months. In case of vehicle automobiles, we have seen it as 6 months. The order visibility is the ability of the customers to track their orders, and then returnability is the ability of the customers to which the customers can return the orders. So these are some of the factors which are considered while designing our supply chain. Now, this is the graph which shows the first graph shows the desired response time and the requirement of number of facilities. If your response time probably is more, then you'll see that now number of facilities now the requirement now will be less. Or on the vice versa, if your desired response time is very less, required is very less, then obviously your number of facilities not will should increase. And see, if you measure this on the map of responsiveness and efficiency, you will see given that now it is the time. The response time is very small. So on this scale, you will see the more responsiveness. So facilities are more. So obviously the cost for facility will be more. And if you go here, now your response time will be more and you will be getting it. So in order now, if you are designing your supply chain either for responsiveness or for efficiency, you have to either think upon number of facilities. So this deciding number of facilities for required responsiveness, so that is one of the requirements of designing supply chain. Now another another graph talks about the number of facilities versus inventory cost. Now this is very common graph. It shows that as the number of facilities will increase, now your inventory will increase, your inventory cost will increase. Now, if you measure this on the responsiveness spectrum, then as your number of facilities will increase, your responsiveness will increase, but at the same time, your cost will increase, your efficiency will decrease. And so, deciding number of inventory, quantity of the inventory, to decide what will be your inventory levels, to decide how many warehouses you will decide, now that will be a part of design of supply chain. Now, the thing is that now how much should be the numbers or how much should be the warehouses? Yes. Huh?
If the number of facilities are more, then how is the response time then?
The time required, if the number of facilities are more, then you will be getting the materials in very short time.
Okay. The products are different. The products are different. It will be more.
So these are facilities. Like it may be distribution centers. See, if you take the example of IKEA supply chain. Now in Mumbai there are two stores. One is at Worli, I think that is recently opened, right? And one is in New Mumbai. So before this opening of this Worli, then there was only one distribution center. So the response time would have been more. Maybe you will reach there or you will return the components, and so the facilities are more. Now what has happened now, because of that, responsiveness has increased because there was a lot of demand from Mumbai people that they have to go to Mumbai and get the materials, and so their facility has increased. Obviously, yes, their responsiveness has increased, but how much cost has increased, and definitely it will affect on the efficiency of the supply. This is the number of facility versus cost factors. Now these are the costs on y-axis, and on x-axis now we use the number of facilities. Now this is usually don't go to the total cost. First now this is inventory cost. Now we add facilities will increase, your inventories will increase because everywhere you will be having finished good inventories, in process inventories, and maybe raw material inventories will increase. The transportation cost will be, as the number of facilities are less, here the transportation cost will be very high. Then one place on your transportation cost will be high. But as the number of facilities will increase, now your transportation cost also will increase. So the graph is not linear, but it is like this. Because if the number of facilities are less, then in that case now you need to travel more. You have to travel more distance. Maybe suppose you have manufacturing centers only at Nagpur. Then every distribution center now they has to get the material from Nagpur. Instead of that, now you can decide how many locations. You have decided that instead of Nagpur, you will also have additional one manufacturing center somewhere in Bangalore or Hyderabad to fulfill the need of South India. So that will save your transportation costs, which was required otherwise to transport goods from Nagpur to all other places. But if you go on increasing this number, there is one number where till what now your cost will be. But if you increase it now beyond a required capacity, then obviously there will be too much facilities and overall transportation cost will be less. And the optimization which would have helped you for in-transit merge or intermixing of the materials or use of different facilities, that will not allow you to get benefit of that. And so this graph will show you increase of the as number of facilities increase. So that is regarding transportation cost. Inventory, you might have studied about that. So inventory cost will increase because this is related to in-process as well as finished goods inventory. And if you consider the total cost, you will see that as you go on increasing the number of facilities, your total cost will increase drastically. And if there are less facilities, then also your cost will increase. So one thing is that you have to find out that optimum number of facilities which will optimize your. I don't know what is that. Not facility cost, that is total cost. I will no, that's what. See, I have transportation, I have inventory, and one is the total cost. That is total is the W1 is total. Facility I will check because actually this is drawn in some using some this. So I'm not sure about the facility cost. So that I think I will let you know. But the total cost of the is elliptic, and you have to find out now this optimum number about the facility. That is what is actually supply chain design. What is the role of supply chain design is to find out now how many number of facilities, how many distribution centers, how many manufacturing plants, how many dealers now you should have, and this is optimum at some level. Whenever you have less number of facilities, and then more number of facilities, more cost is going to increase. So this is the number of which gives us optimum cost, and that is what is to be decided or designed on in the designing of supply chain. These are some design options for the distribution network. Now, these are the ways by which the supply chain can be sent. First thing is that the manufacturer storage with direct shipping. So this is one method by which the materials can be transported. So this is direct shipping is this is like you have big CNC machines or big components of the which cannot be sold through showrooms. So you can put the orders with the companies and you can just get the material direct from the manufacturer. Or it can be done through online businesses like Amazon. So you just now put the order with the Amazon. So Amazon will direct ask the manufacturer to deliver the goods from the goods to the customer. So this is the first way that manufacturers store now with direct shipping. Another is manufacturer storage with direct shipping and in transit mode. I'll come to that. Now I'll show you that how this in transit mode. Third one is distribution storage of the package carrier delivery. Fourth one is distributor storage with last mile delivery. Fifth one is manufacturer or distribution storage with customer pickup. And sixth one is retail storage with the customer pickup. We'll go one by one. What is this? Now the first thing now I have explained you. This is manufacturer storage with direct shipping that is being drop shipping. Now here you see these are the manufacturers, all manufacturers, and these are the customers. And usually the movement of material is from the manufacturer to customer or through the retailer. So usually it happens that when you collect these materials from the manufacturers and distribute to the customer. But in this manufacturer storage with the direct shipping, it is directly given to the customer. So these are the customers and the materials are going from manufacturers. So these products are shipped directly to the customer from the manufacturers without the network of distributors. So we'll not be using dealers or distributor for the material. The advantage of manufacturer storage with direct shipping is that the time for reaching the products will be less. The cost of delivering the products will be less. But at the same time, you have to see that how much will be the cost of transportation. If we are saying that we are avoiding the cost for inventory, we are avoiding the cost for in transit transportations like from manufacturer to retailer to distributor, but in the same case, we have to send the single component from manufacturer to customers. So it's not sure yet unless and until we don't look at the actual product and their cost, what will be the actual cost of transportation for item. And so initially when I was explaining you, I explained you that this is possible in case only the products are very big products and the single deliveries can be given. Now suppose like I have given an example, CNC machine you want to purchase. Then in that case, it is not required to ship the CNC machines from manufacturer to dealers and then to consumers. So it will be directly coming from manufacturer to consumer. So that is possible not in this case, and where the retailer is an information collector, not the where we will be collecting information. So this relies on the indication information. So all the information that will be collected will be coming from retailer and from manufacturer. Like it takes place in all professional purchasing or professional what you can say procurement. Now this process is adopted. Like if suppose you want to purchase some Xerox machine, big Xerox machine. You have to purchase some machines for the as we have discussed. In that case, now you will be going to the dealer or distributor on the particular location. He will be giving you all information. He will not be going to the manufacturer, isn't it? He will be going to some of the distributors or who will be giving you all information. So all information regarding negotiations, regarding the technical things, regarding the cost of this will be given from the retailer. So the role of retailer only is to facilitate the information. So he will be giving you all information. He will be taking orders. He will be taking money from you. And then the information will be given to manufacturer. So we show that this information is going to manufacturer regarding the orders, and then the materials will be distributed from manufacturer to the customer. The retailer passes order to the manufacturers, as I said, but it does not know the product inventory. So it is not necessary that there will be inventory stored. Yes, but it may be stored maybe somewhere maybe for avoiding the delays of the when it is centralized as manufacturer, drop shipping offers the manufacturer the opportunity to postpone the customization. And effectively, for high value, large variety, low demand products, and this is applicable as high value. And there is high transportation costs. Now, we guys know this is one of the examples maybe of drop shipping. Okay, so these are the benefits. Forget about benefits and what are the advantages. Now that we have discussed maybe about advantages and disadvantages. Now this is best suited for large variety of low demand, high value items for which many customers are wait for a delivery. As we have seen that. Now for FMCG, now this is not possible, or you cannot maybe opt for this drop shipping. Now in case now this materials are to be transported now for the low value items. Manufacturer storage is also suitable. It allows the manufacturer to postpone customization, thus reducing inventories. So this is also possible that now in case you want to avoid now this middle linkage of the transportation in or avoid to reduce your cycle time in order to reduce your uh, lead times. Now this can be used now as a option for uh, another transportation. For dropshipping to be effective, there should be few sourcing locations for order, and it is the cycle for direct selling that are able to bring to orders. Now, this is another area now where this is bring to order in that data aspect of the orders. As we have seen that from the case of orders like they'll approach as we have seen that. When you take the order,
Hello, sir.
yes,
Sir,
yes.
so sorry to interrupt you again, but your voice is not clear.
What can I do? Is it audible now?
Yeah, sir, now it's fine.
Yeah, in fact, I'm using my mobile network. Okay, so whenever you have problem, just let me know so that
Sure, sir. Yeah, thank you.
see dropshipping will be hard to implement if there are more than 20 or 80 sourcing locations that have to ship directly to customers on a regular basis. So this is again now as number of facilities will increase, thus dropshipping will become complicated because in each case now your transportation of the cost will increase. Even if it will help to reduce your price, then this will be very difficult. Now, this is another interesting way of transportation. This is manufactured storage with direct shipping and in transit mode. Now, in this case, now we are saying that this is the materials which are originally in between the transit or transportation, and then they are sent to the users. Now, in drop shipping, we have seen that the raw material which will be coming from manufacturing and directly will go into the business. So it happens that now everybody possibility of filling the number of goods which will be transporting, or it is not possible to use the optimum utilization of the resources or truckloads, whatever you are doing. And so that may not be optimum source of transportation may not be designed. And so if you want to design effective network distribution, then this is one of the better ways only for the distribution of the materials. In fact, this is our manufacturing storage with direct shipping and in transit mode. Now see, now here there are two flows which we have seen. One is information flow, which is one is the product flow. All information as we have seen in the drop something it is from your customers to the retailers, and through retailers it will go to factory, and vice versa also it is possible because many information are required also from manufacturer to customer. And then what happens that see these materials of all these materials which are manufactured by different plants are coming at one location. So here you will be collecting all these materials and then it will be going to the customers only from that location. So these can be in transit can be merged carriers or it can be a location as we have discussed maybe one example is food that maybe you have three manufacturers, one is at Nasi, one is at Pune, and another is somewhere maybe in the west, maybe Ratnagiri. Now, if you have different markets, then instead of only going to each location and carrying materials only from that, you can decide now the one central location and you can carry the materials from that. So this is in transit mode. As you see here now, there are five different factories, which may be producing different components. So instead of maybe getting material from each factory to each location, so this would require me to transport this from factory one to factory to location one, factory one to location two, and factory one to location. Basically, I will need to transport the material from factory two to location one, factory two to location two, or factory two to location three. Now, if you measure the number of facilities, then it will be a huge numbers of transportation, huge modes of transportation, huge number of trucks or whatever vehicles we are using that kind of thing. So instead of that, I will be having one location where I will collect all this material and as per requirement, I will transport that material to the desired location. So this is what is the in transit mode. Now, what are the characteristics of the in transit mode? I mean, how will it give some advantage whenever you are transporting material while using in transit mode? The ability to aggregate inventories and postpone product customization is significant advantage of in transit mode. Like as we have seen that it is not necessary that now everybody's requirement will be full or everybody's requirement will be direct. Yes, drop shipping is more efficient as compared to uh, in transit mode. Now, in case now if you are having full truckload capacity, means in that case now why to again now we get material now for in transit mode. Because what I am saying is that now if suppose now your capacity is full truckload, then instead of only getting materials here, I will directly send it to the customer. So that is the most efficient way of transporting goods. But practically it does not happen. And so I have to merge all these components together and then I have to distribute. So this is the second way of using the efficient materials maybe from manufacturers to the customers. And so whenever you will be designing, you will know the optimum method of reducing your cost. So the difference depends upon what type of products you are transporting. Are you getting? So this is not like that this is the best way. I cannot say that the drop shipping is the best way of transportation. Again, it depends on how much capacity you are using for full truckload capacity. So if that is optimum and it is possible, then that can be possible. And so in case now we have seen that now the where products are single products, where they are very high value products, and then in that case you can go for drop shipping. So in that case now this in transit merge is not required. But in transit merge this is basically required now the where you have FMCG products, more number of products, very high variety and less numbers required. So in that case now this will be the best way to transport materials. The ability to aggregate inventory and postpone now the product customization is a significant advantage. Now, the postpone product customization is that now you will be giving the orders now as per the requirement of the customer. Now, if you consider the FMCG products where variety is very high and they will be requiring different combinations of materials, and so that will be possible when you are using in transit mode. In transit mode, the approach now has better benefits for products with high value with demand with maybe difficult in forecast. Again, another thing now, as in direct shipping, you will be manufacturing now as per the anticipation of the forecast or the sales. Now, if these sales are very easy, then direct shipping is possible. But otherwise, when it is not possible to predict the things, when you have to take the inventory as per the forecast or predictions and as per the required optimization of the transportation facility, then this in-transit merge will be beneficial, where you can have flexibility to transit less or more products now into one. Okay, very sophisticated information infrastructure is needed to allow in-transit merge. Response times now they may be marginally higher because of the need for to perform the merge. Product variety, availability, and time to market now they are limited with drop shipping. Yes, now as we have seen that now the one step is increased, and so uh, your the response times now maybe marginally higher. Response times are you are doing the orders and you are receiving the orders. It is not necessary that as we have seen in earlier case that now we have seen that now there are different products now be coming into that. So likewise, there are suppose now either six manufacturers, six factories. They are manufacturing different components, and these different components are to be sent to the three locations in different capacity. Maybe suppose that now you are transporting some 10,000 of this, and this is 8,000, this is 6,000, 4,000, 2,000, 1,000, something like that. And the requirement for the at this is suppose 3,000 of this, 3,000 of this, and 4,000 of this. So instead of only sending, then it is difficult to send from here to here, here to here, here to here. And they also require some B components, some C components, B components, C components. So that is the ultimate way to use the transportation methodology to go for the in-transit merge of the products. Yes. Okay, so this we have seen. Yeah, these are some of the characteristics of in-transit merge. In this case, the inventories are similar to drop shipping because in this case also inventories are not stored at in-transit. Even if you are mixing the product at in-transit, the inventories are either at manufacturer or at the customer. In drop shipping mode, case also inventory was either at manufacturer or at the customer because it was directly picked up from the manufacturer and it was sent to the customer. As far as transportation is concerned, it is somewhat lower transportation cost than the drop shipping because of the you are mixing that and your truckload capacity model can be optimized, can be more. Facility and handling costs are higher than drop shipping at carrier receiving costs and lower the customer because they will be loading uploading of the products and the active places. The information, yes, now this is some more information is required now in as compared to drop shipping because now you need to know that now how much material now you will be receiving from which manufacturer and how much material you go to which dealer or your consumers material. These are some of the service factors like varieties in customer experience and time to market and order visibility and return ability. These are the factors that we have seen. They are almost similar to drop shipping. Only advantage we'll be getting in transit merge. That will be cost effective as compared to in transit merge. Now, this is the third way of transporting the materials. This is distributor storage material package carrier delivery. You see here now there are different uh, uh, manufacturers, different factories, there are different customers, and there is a warehouse or distribution center. And this is just like similar to your in transit merge, but instead of maybe in comparison to in transit merge, maybe it has a facility where the storages maybe are done also at the distributor center. So under this option, inventory is not held by manufacturer or factories, but it is held by distributors or retailers in intermediate warehouses and package carriers are used to transfer the product. In second case, like in transit merge, we can expect this you are importing materials maybe from China, you are importing material maybe from some other countries, and in where now you are mixing and then you are sending it to the customer. Now here there are warehouses. So the third type is where we will be storing the materials only at warehouses. It will be in between the manufacturer and dealers. it can be managed with one manufacturer, and then there will be some different warehouses. Like if you are considering geometrical distribution of the materials in India, then you can have warehouses on the at South India, North India, or East India and West India, and through these distributions, these materials can be captured. And so these distribution centers now they will be working on the as the distribution centers now they will be working as manufacturers, but they will not be actually manufacturing, but they will be used maybe for storing the material. So what advantage now it will be? What advantage it will be? Now, if you are using warehouses, then obviously your inventory cost will increase. And what is use of it? Yes, transportation cost will decrease. Yes, response time will be less. Yes.
Compared to the it is a factory or other. Is provided both the
Definitely, very good one. No, see, this is an advantage. Now, instead of now, it is also not necessary that you will manufacture at 10 different locations. You can manufacture at some 2-3 locations, and then you can have warehouses which will manage the requirement now of different segments, and so that is the advantage when we have using warehouses now for those whatever. This obviously the inventories will be there. The higher inventories now the than manufacturer storage or difference is not only large for transportation. So inventory levels will be high. Next is the transportation cost. Now the transportation cost is lower than manufacturing storage. Reduction in higher effort costs happens. Yes, it is possible that instead of in drop shipping, like now we have to use now the multiple transportation linkages for transport of the material, or even in transit more it will be less, but in this case, as compared to drop shipping, we were and facilities are having somewhat on the higher than manufactured storage. The difference can be large from very small. That's the information, the simpler information of the components required now as compared to your manufactured storage, and this is the comparison as compared to the response time to the faster than manufactured storage because we have inventory stored. In case of manufactured storage, there was no inventory. Inventory was either at the manufacturer or at the customers. Customers leave the inventory at customer, but it will be only at manufacturer. And so, in case of if you have to get the material, you have to give order to the manufacturer and get the material from that. Instead of that, now here the material is available at the godown and you can make it available in short time. Then product availability will be lower than the manufacturer storage, because it will be again divided into different locations, and depending upon the requirement, package inventory will be there. Product availability, higher cost are to provide the same level of availability and quantity. Customer experience will be better because more availability of the product at lesser time, less defects. Then time to market will be higher than the manufacturer storage. Order visibility will be easier, and this returnability will be easier when you have warehouses now which are in between the manufacturer and customer. Okay. Yes. Any doubts? Any doubts? Okay. So we'll stop here. Next thing we will see in tomorrow's lecture. Wi-Fi is installed in all classes, no? Hmm? What? We need? There are in all lab and even in all classrooms, they have provided some routers. Oh, like supply chain. Okay, but that is not our domain, no? We can. We will need some technical information that you can take your project. No problem. I can help you. Okay, so Karthik,
Yes, sir.
Shrikant,
Yes, sir.
if you are available here in offline mode, just let me know.
Yes, sir.
Aditya is there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Munish,
Yes, sir.
Rakesh,
Present, sir.
Sarthak,
Yes, sir.
Gurpreet,
Yes, sir.
Abhishek,
Yes, sir.
Vedant, Kumar,
Present, sir.
Ansari,
Vedant present.
Vedant is there.
Yes.
Ansari is there. Nikhil,
Yes, sir.
Arshal,
Yes, sir.
who is that?
So that's Harshal.
Siddesh, Jaivir Singh,
Yes, sir.
Mrityunjay,
Yes, sir.
Ravi,
Yes, sir.
Praful,
Yes, sir.
Sagar,
Yes, sir.
Venkatesh. Sagar is there?
Yes, sir.
Sagar.
Okay. Venkatesh,
Yes, sir.
Suraj,
Yes, sir.
Ritik, Jayant,
Yes, sir.
Shubham, Arnav. Atharva. Not these guys. So that I will come to know who is coming, who is not coming. Shreyas,
Present, sir.
Tok,
Present, sir.
Jay,
Present, sir.
Vishwajit,
Yes, sir.
Monil, Harsh,
Present, sir.
Adish,
Present, sir.
Tanmay,
Present, sir.
you know. Rahul,
Sir.
Chaitanya,
Present, sir.
Rahil,
Yes, sir. Present.
Ayush, Kaustubh, Garbaz, Rajiv,
Present, sir.
Ravi. Ravi
Yes,
is
sir.
there?
Present, sir.
Okay, Ravi Parmar,
Yes, sir.
Ryan,
Sir, yeah.
then Ritwik,
Present, sir.
Sagar,
Present, sir.
Nishant,
Present, sir.
Sanat, Sarvesh,
Present, sir.
Gaurav, Gufran.
Present, sir. Present.
Who is that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Who is that?
Gufran, sir.
Then Aniket,
Present, sir.
supervisor. Bhushan,
Present, sir.
Tejas, Abhishek.
Sir, my
Tejas,
name. Yes, sir.
Abhishek, Manas,
Present. Present, sir. Manas.
Varun,
Present, sir.